Arrigoni from B. He is a CEO. He is an early Breadcrumbs supporter and customer, and we are so happy to have him join us. He's going to dig into reinventing your sales team around the notion of PLG, and I can't wait to hear more. Massimo, welcome.
Thank you, Gary. Great to be here. Very excited.
Awesome. Feel free to jump in. I'm going to fade into the background. I'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks again for having me. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm the CEO of a company called B. You can find us at bfree.io. And we created a visual builder for emails, landing pages, and pop-ups that is used either directly on the web at bfree.io, or it gets embedded into other software applications. There's hundreds and hundreds of software applications that, instead of developing their own drag and drop visual builder for emails and pages, etc., embedded ours. And a bit of an interesting factor about me: I grew up in Milan, Italy, fashion capital. In fact, as you can see in that image of me, I do sometimes wear a suit. And I ended up in the U.S. Back in 1995, where I studied at UCLA, and I'm a big basketball fan. And UCLA won the NCAA basketball championship that year, so it was a lot of fun. It was exciting to be there. So B has been a product-led company from day one. We started way back, actually, in 2014 when we launched the first MVP of our visual builder, and since then it was a free experience on the web. We got lucky with some good reviews online. It kind of took off. And so we've been very much a product-led company from day one. And today, although I'm a total imposter because I'm not a salesperson, I'm a product person at heart, but I'm going to try to talk about how, as a company, we've really had to reinvent how we do sales, and we are reinventing it every day. Because when you are a PLG company and things are going well for you, and you decide not to have just a self-service motion, but bring in a sales driven motion because you end up having larger customers or whatever you really need to rethink about how sales works. So the good thing about being a PLG company where the product has a good product market fit is that the funnel does fill up with a bunch of people that start using your product, right? There's no prospects. They just start using your product. They become customers right away. They may be customers of a free plan, but still they're users of the product. They're your customers. And so when it comes to sales, how you qualify them, how you contact them, and what you do when you contact them changes completely. So let me give you right away a practical example. A large real estate company is a user of our B Pro product, our email and landing page builder. And we've had over 100 signups from this company. So real estate agents around the country, but also IT, marketing, etc. They start using the product. So how do you qualify them? Do you just qualify the individual user? Do you contact the individual user right away, or do you wait for them to become a heavier user of the product? Nine of them have become paying users. Not one large account. These are individual small accounts, right? So again, these are paying users of the product. What do you do to figure out how to possibly turn those into a larger account? In this case, for example, we've been researching the account for months, and we still have not gotten to the point where individual subscriptions become a larger account. Clearly, there's a whole process that has to take place that is very different from a traditional sales process. So first of all, again, you have hundreds of users of your application in this case. The people that will contact them are contacting people that are already using the product. In some cases, they've been using the product for months. So the people in your sales team that will reach out and try to understand more about these customers and what they're doing, et cetera, they have to be very product focused. They're dealing not with a prospect, they're dealing with somebody that's been using the product for a long time, possibly more experience with some of the features than they have. So first of all, you have to have people on your sales team that are very product focused, very, very familiar with the product. Great if they're using the product themselves all the time, because they are dealing with people that are very familiar with the product that you're trying to have them upgrade, into possibly a higher plan, a larger plan, etc. Secondly, they have to be extremely curious about what's happening. So again, this, for example, is a real estate company. Hundreds of people signed up. Some of them converted to a paid plan. Who are they? What are they using the product for? Which area of the company do they work in? You need people that are very curious about what's happening with this customer. And then finally, it takes a lot of patience to figure out how to turn individual users of your application into potentially a larger account. Right? This is what at Atlassian, for example, they call the enterprise advocate, because you need people that familiar with the product and curious about what's happening with your product within that organization, have the patience to just guide the customer into the next steps. And those next steps might take some time. So let me give you another example. Our largest customer to date of our B Pro email and landing page design suite is a pharmaceutical company. This is a large account, so almost $500,000 a year. So very, very large enterprise account. They have hundreds of users up the application. It took almost 2 years from the first time that somebody within this pharmaceutical company started designing emails with B Pro to the point where we signed an enterprise deal. 2 years is a long time. It turned out to be a very, very successful deal, but you need a sales team that's very patient throughout the process to understand, what's happening with your product in the application and gradually understand who they need to talk to. Very likely, the people that they're going to talk to over time change. They're no longer going to be the people that they first started talking to when they got in touch with the initial users of the product. In that case, for example, email design in a pharmaceutical company, why? Well, because in that particular company, the product is used as a sales enablement tool. So figuring out what the product is used for, who are using it, and then gradually understanding who you're going to talk to move from individual users to a large account. Takes all these skills, and sometimes you need new people on your sales team to match those skills.